Hello and welcome back for episode 26 of Pentagon for Gold. We are getting towards the end of our fourth season and we're still in the Champions League, having beaten Sundowns in that last episode where we won 4-1 away from home and 2-0 at home. Finally broke the curse of Sundowns. We then also won two nice easy games in the league, 4-0 and 5-0 against Maritzburg United and Supersport United. And Supersport United, actually, they're not a bad team. They are fifth, I want to say. Yeah, fifth. So they're no slouches. So to win 5-0 away to them is very good. We also lost to them in the cup. I was playing a pretty rubbish team because I was trying to get knocked out of that because I don't want all the fixture congestion that is often an issue with this save. So in today's episode we are playing the semi-final against ES Tunis, where hopefully we will head through to the final. And let's just have a quick look at the league. We're doing really well. We're 7 points clear. We've only got 6 games left, so I'd say we've probably won it at this point. And now it's just about getting through the Total CAF Champions League. Perhaps the most dangerous team are Wydad Casablanca, but hopefully we have enough to beat them in the final if we can get through against ES Tunis. Now, we did beat ES Tunis in both games in the group stage of the Champions League last year, and we are apparently favourites in spite of being away here. But I'm wary of being complacent, so I'm going with my strongest 11. This is the tournament we need to focus on. We need to get this done, and then hopefully we can win the league and rotate a little bit for the second leg of this by getting a really good result here. And that way, when we get to the final, our first team will not have any fitness issues, any need to rest, anything like that. So the first chance of the game looks to be ES Tunis's. Badri running into the box. Now Meziane. Liam Byrne has won it. What? That is not a penalty on any planet, surely. I don't think that can be a pen. Good. Thought that was perfectly fair, that tackle. And actually, we could have countered from it, but instead the referee tried giving a penalty to ES Tunis. Would have been incredibly harsh on Byrne if that had been given, but thankfully VAR was there and the referee saw sense. Here we go with the corner. Canyarere. Oh, the header has headed out to Chalali. And he's broken through the entire team and eventually put it in the side netting. Didn't have too many options there, so we had to go it alone and just couldn't quite get that shot on target. On the whole, though, we are controlling this game. We just need to find a way to score. It's an odd one. We're supposedly controlling the game, but all the chances seem to be ES Tunis's at the moment that we're seeing, at least. Holding them at bay at the moment, and Cabane's stepped in really well to win that. Apollis now. Oh, good effort. Keeper made a decent save, but it was really good work from Cabane to win that ball back. And that's the end of that chance. Continuing to dominate. Hopefully we can just get a couple of goals to see us through with our away goals, if possible. Because 0-0 is never a great result away from home. I'll tell them I'm not happy. Thankfully none of them are demotivated by that, apart from Byrne didn't seem to react in the dressing room, but appears to have reacted now. Perhaps we'll go on to attacking and try and turn the screw a bit. Sitole's not having a good game there. 6.3. Look at his stats though for this level, that's phenomenal. Liam Byrne heads it out. Oh, it's a poor ball, and Sitole's managed to win it. Can he get the finish on? Oh, unlucky. I think it was a good save in the end. Probably just needed a bit more power on the shot to see it past him. And Cabane's going to win this back. Sends it long into Matsimbi, and that's the end of that chance. I think I'll tell the boys to do a bit more. There's a few people who are not reacting the best, and they haven't actually reacted at all to that, which is a bit disappointing. I think we'll get Velab high off because he's not having the greatest game and he's also a little bit tired. Apollis can come off for Makoba, and probably Buthelese. Oh, Sandoval's not in the greatest of fitness at the moment, but we'll get him on anyway. Xander Daniels is having a really poor game. I assume he's just losing the ball a lot rather than actually getting torn apart defensively, but let's encourage the boys. It's not the worst result it could have been, but it's not great. And that looks like that's that. I'll be kind to the boys, but I think in reality we should have won that game. Hopefully in the second leg we can get a good win. Doesn't look like the other game has happened yet. I wonder if that's going to be on Sunday. Let's have a quick look at the schedule for the Champions League. As ever, it's taking a long time to load. Just lots of leagues loaded in this save because of the nature of a Pentagon challenge. We've got a week's rest before the next game, which is good because usually we have a midweek game just because that's when the league games happen. Badri's got a severe injury apparently, so let's have a look at the competitions. So that game has not happened yet, so that's going to be tonight, so we'll see how that goes in a moment when I head into the next game. It's a slightly changed 11 for today's game. Daryl Payne comes in place of Liam Burton, who's got a minor injury, and Makuma's come in on the left-hand side as Buthalezi's been a bit meh recently, really. Malonica starts in midfield with Velapai, and Ngabane is on the bench. Just wanted to get a bit more going forward, and I think probably that's the best way of doing it. I've also gone for an attacking mentality from the start, really get into them, as I find often with these sorts of games, I'll control the game and then just not really do much with the shots that we have. And if we can just push, 10 yards further up, and Malonica straight away with an absolute scorcher, proving I was right to play him in this game. We've got, I think, 5 loanees starting today. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 loanees. Oh, Masimbi's scored now. We're dominating. This is the kind of start we were looking for. Great play all round. And for once, we're being really clinical. 2 shots on target, 2 goals. They're still playing their slightly odd 5-3-2 system. Not really what you'd expect, particularly when you're 2-0 down already. You would have thought they'd probably go for a different system, and now it's 3-0. Sitole puts it home. Nice, comfortable finish for him. We're running away with this. Once again, being very clinical. What have we done with Cape Town Spurs Football Club? Payne finds Malonica. Into Makuma. He's got an overlap here from Canurere. Headed out in the end, but Jorge will get there. Simbi into Daniels. Playing little triangles here. Getting pushed back a little bit, but I guess we're 3-0 up. It's not too much of a problem now. Daryl Payne into Jorge. Poor pass from Malonica, giving it away, but we've won it back instantly, really. Velapai sends it into Polis, into Makuma, and he's offside. I think I'll just drop back to positive now. We're already 3-0 up, so yeah, definitely offside. So I think that's still 3-0. And 3-0 on aggregate too. Malonica and Jorge in particular dropping fantastic performances so far. And really ES Tunis haven't offered anything going forward. This is more like what I was expecting in the last game, given how we generally do against them in this tournament. Sitole with another goal, so it's 4-0 up within 35 minutes. What a performance. And now, unless we get really complacent, we should be doing fine. Velapai is actually the only player to be complacent. He's also one of the worst outfield players, so yeah, let's not let the performances drop. None of them were complacent except Velapai. He's the only one who didn't react to me saying don't be complacent, which isn't ideal, but I guess we'll be fine. Now Velapai here. Looks like me a red. Wait, is he giving Velapai a red? What? Right. I don't even know who he was going to give it to there. It looked initially like he was giving it to Shalali. but then he ran off and he was still facing Velapai, so very odd. Ooh, very nearly cleared into his own net by the defender there. Malonica is the first to get a little bit tired, so I think I'll take him off. Let's get Nkabane in. Velapai can go to Mazzala. And probably Oswinopolis. Oh, we don't have any option to do that. Do we have any? Yeah, we have some left-sided players. Guess we'll get Buthelezi on. And Buthelezi now, with his first few touches since coming on. And Nkabane. Buthelezi's in a ton of space here, but Canuari doesn't seem to feel the need to use him at the moment. Inside to Jorge. Oh, very good effort from Jorge, just over the bar. Quite a long way out, but a decent try. And let's get... Perhaps Canuari can come off for Mantilla. I think this is all really done and dusted now. It's been a really good performance from us all round. Not necessarily the most dominant performance we ever had, but we've been really clinical with what we've had, which is quite rare for us. So I'm happy that we've shown a bit more of that edge to us. Ratibi clears it out after a decent long shot from Mantilla. Now a corner from Velapai. Should be able to just see the game out pretty comfortably now. Don't mind if there are no more chances, to be honest. We've been extremely professional in this performance, and that will be that. So we are through to the Champions League final, and that means we are one game away potentially from moving on from Cape Town Spurs. Can we do it? I don't know, but I would hope so. This is our chance to move on, and I think probably with the number of players we have on loan, it's probably for the best. So Siander Daniels seems to be missing the next game, so that'll be the Champions League final he misses, which means probably Mantilla will step in. Perhaps Mukamela would be quite a nice one. As you can see, lots of wanted players. Santos want Canuere. New York City want Mitsimi, but he doesn't seem to have much interest in them. La Havre and Verona want Aquino. Slight step down from the PSG interest last year, but I'm sure that that is just a case of us having recently signed him, and perhaps he's probably not going to be a world-class goalkeeper, but he'd be a decent squad option for PSG at some point. So as you can see, we are through to the Total CAF Champions League final. I think I will just, if I have a quick holiday to the Monday, we'll be able to see how Casablanca and Kaiser Chiefs get on in the other semi-final. I would hope that we would face Kaiser Chiefs because they've not been great in the league this season. I think they've recovered to about 6th or 7th, but they were at one point 13th. And I think we beat them 4 or 5-0 when we last played them. Anyway, they generally don't prove too much of an issue for us. And it would be really nice to be able to win this tournament so that we can move on to other places. And I don't know whether we'll be going to South America, to North America or to China yet. I think I'd rather go to North America first, and then I can go to China and just spend big money from the owners, with all the sugar daddy clubs. And so we'll hope that that's going to be something that we can do. But it'll depend on the clubs that are interested in us. If Guangzhou Evergrande are looking for a manager this summer, I'll go there, no doubt about it. But if they aren't looking for anyone, and Mexico have some options that would be interesting, then I'll be heading off to North America next. And we play Kaiser Chiefs in the final. So how did the semi-final go? Let's have a look. 2-1. So they won 3-2 on aggregate. And yeah, you'd fancy us against Kaiser Chiefs. They are 9th. Damn. They're 9th in the DSTV Premiership, so we've got a really good opportunity here to actually win this tournament, and hopefully we will. Let's have a quick look at our schedule and see how we did against Kaiser Chiefs. So as you can see, the only blot on our recent form, apart from that Nedbank Cup game, which I didn't really care about, is the game against ES Tunis in the first leg, which we promptly fixed in the second leg. So the Champions League final is the 17th of May, right after Stellenbosch and before Cape Town City. And so how did we do against Kaiser Chiefs? We won 2-0 in the PSL away from home, 1-0 in the Nedbank Cup second round, which was with a heavily rotated team, and 1-0 at home. So Actually, not as dominating as I was expecting that we were going to be, but we've still won every game so far. So if we don't win this, it'll be an absolute travesty. I don't know quite. I think it might be in Uganda, the final. But yes, that will get rid of the home advantage for either team. But, we're looking forward to playing that final and hopefully getting that bit of silverware. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as it really helps me out. In the meantime, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.